Good morning. And good morning. Good morning. Oh, Cenobyte Offset, thank you for that follow. All right. I think we're about ready to go. Hey, 75. Supercuber. Go there. That's about right. All right. So we are going to hop over into this one. Get branch dash A. We want this one. Halsey default. We got some feedback finally on the PR. Where is it? Here. Basically, the fundamental objection to the PR is that they don't want to be able to deserialize a JavaScript map into a Rust struct, which I disagree with. But this is their circus, their monkeys, so we're going to play by their rules. I think that anything that's iterable should be able to be deserialized into a struct. I don't see why you would keep these type boundaries between the two. I just don't get it. Because your intention is to deserialize, going from one format to another. I don't think it really matters what the types are on each side. I think they're trying to just keep the types in line. Like, oh, this is hey, Dad, what's that? Good morning. They're trying to keep the types aligned. And serialization and deserialization, that's only so useful, especially when you can express that you want it to go from this type to that type. Like, it's the users of the library, the library user's intent to go from one to the other. Do I have to create my own crate to do that? Yes, and that's likely going to happen. So we'll have a mimeograph, or like a Saturday mimeograph, or whatever it is. Like, so. Yeah, it's probably going to be something that allows you to go between the types that you expect to be able to go between. And that'll be the fundamental difference between those two. I mean, basic types, true, like booleans, numbers, unit, etc., right? Those will go between. The difference is going to be what happens when you get to more of the complex types. Object, map, anything that's iterable in JavaScript, things that are iterable in Rust, right? If you have an iterable struct, should you then be able to take that into, let's say, a map in JavaScript? Because I think you should, right? Like, that's it would just be a map with string keys and different types. So, where are we going in here? Let's go back into lib. This here, variant access, deserialize enum struct. It's this one. So they don't want to go between these. And I think it's this. We just get rid of that. And we're done. Oh, and thank you for that follow. Gotta go back over to the... Hey, New Relic. How you doing? Oh, and thank you for that raid. How was your stream? So we're cleaning up a PR that we did a while ago. Oops. Well, that's not very helpful. I know it's down here near the bottom. Start a default map. We want to keep this one. Default object. I don't know what the other one is. Because I don't want to be able to go between... Is it this one here? Yeah, a map to a struct. So, if we were to deserialize this, this would be... Oh, Asia Codes. Hey, new Gatsby plugin. Very cool. Why the name change? Or is this an alt? All right, is this your secret alt? I've noticed that more and more that a lot of the Twitch streamers have some sort of alternate, and sometimes more than one, because one is for testing out their stream settings, right? Because you want to be able to see what your changes do, right? Without alerting everybody that follows you that, hey, you're online. And then the other ones are for like when you're just kind of just want a more intimate audience, you know, like people coming close. Let's tell a story. So if we deserialize this into, what do we have here? We've got a map. And it doesn't seem like there's a point in having default on a map, because it would just be a value that's not set on a hash map. So that doesn't make sense. All right. Let's try the test on that. There we go. Now there was something that showed up in here. I wanted to see why this check failed. What are they running that failed it? Ah, Clippy with all the warnings. There we go. All right, so DE 107. Oops. Because it is that type now. And the other one, DE496. Oh, what was the error though? Unneeded return statement. Fine. There we go. Oh, hold on, phone. Don't you hate those robocalls? They're getting so good now too. You like say something, you're like, "Are you a robot?" And then there's a pause, and then it goes into like some other text. It's like, "You're a robot. Goodbye." Stupid robocalls. All right. So if that's gonna work, get log. All right, let's squash it into this and toss it back up there. So I want this and this. All right, commit, amend. Well, let's change the message though. You make robots to answer robots? I'd hate to get in a situation where you had your robot agree to something that it shouldn't for something that actually mattered. Like, did you approve of these charges on your credit card? Plug my phone in, I forgot. There we go. Yes, that's right. GitHub. Oh, that reminds me, I need my keylogger on. Well, my keycaster thing. There it is. Let's put that back up. All right. Perfect. All right, now let's go back over here. We'll pop back over into the pull request. And this one here. Now let's take a quick peek at what changed. Ooh, no. Or a map. That's not true anymore. So we need to update the README line 55. README 55. Or a map. Goodbye. Anything else? Maybe we should go to can't tell which one's which. Which one's selected? There we go. Oh, interesting. That actually tagged the lines. Hmm. Yeah, we're gonna fix that. I think we're gonna be okay here. Donald boy, how you doing? Really? Black Peng? Oh. You're going back to the the phone call, yeah. Sorry. I missed the auto mod and then it was taken out of context. I'm like, what? I forgot. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. See, this is actually from Halsey default. That should be the branch we're on, yes. What are potatoes? How you doing? Why? All right, let's try to push again. There we go. Did I forget to push it after adding my... Oh, I did. That's why we didn't see the changes. There we go. Truth tables. Yeah, of course. Please. Just kind of doing a chill stream today. So why are you getting into truth tables? Oh, it's 2:17 and you have a test tomorrow at 9 a.m. What's your question? Pop the stash. All right. You're looking at this screenshot of a whiteboard you took. Okay. Are you able to share? And you are confused on undefined variables. Oh, interesting. Is this on truthiness and not truth tables? Let's take a peek. Let me make sure. Ooh, interesting. Okay, now what about... So where's the question? So which piece? And what is plus? SUA. Actually, I'm not certain on these. Let's figure it out. Yeah, I wonder what the notation is here that they're using. Is this XOR? This looks like XOR to me. And this is not XOR. And this is not. Is it a Karnaugh map? So starting out, SUA and SUB, right? What does that mean in this case? Is that truly a U? Let's dive in. Conjunction, disjunction. Oh, interesting. Thank you, Mizian. Oh, I see. Oh, that's neat. And the it looks like a 7, but it's not a 7. It's the what do you call this little bit right there? That guy. Oh, that's not okay. It is not. Not's on third, or is on second. I don't know. Is on first. Yeah, tilde in other languages. And why would they prefix A and B with SU? Is this the set of A and the set of B? What's with the SU notation? It's technically negation. Okay. Conjunction dis. Right. So, Donny Boy, what was your question on this? Means S and B. Oh, S conjunction. Oh. Are those? Is that just a really sloppy disjunction? That's V. Okay. Good morning, only cliches. Okay. So, guessing these go together, right? Yeah. So here, let's pop this out into its own browser window. Can we not do that? There we go. Let's break this out over here. This one we'll toss on the left side. There we go. Digital logic is actually fun. We were watching something the other day on how to create these circuits. It was a lot of fun. Wedge and Vel, if you want to be mathy. Interesting. Oh, I like that. What is the other name for this? Circumflux? Flux or flex? I don't remember. I think it's circumflex. Shift 6 on a US keyboard. Imagine writing an if statement with change statements like this instead of using enums. And what topic is this on? And what should you be learning? This looks like this is just Boolean logic, right? It's a diacritic in linguistics. How interesting. Circumflex is a combiner. Hmm, I say. So, uh, so for this topic, it looks like they're just doing, yeah, truth. Yeah, they're just explaining these operators. So given A and B, right? If you do the conjunction, right? The and, you can see that 0 and 0 is 0, 0 and 1 is 0, 1 and 0 is 0, but 1 and 1 is 1, right? This is just Boolean logic. And the disjunction, right? So it's basically the opposite of the conjunction. So if any of them is 1, it'll be 1 because this is more of an or. So this is and, this is or. Then you have not. So this one will be true or 1 if you have anything that happens to be 1, but they're not both 1, right? They are different. So as long as they're different, this will be a 1 instead of a 0. And then not, basically the not disjunction. Yeah. Oh, and yeah, we've just gone like straight off into the side. We got the PR out already. It was a quick change. Um, so you're not too far off here. Yeah, it looks. I mean, this is just you know programmer bread and butter for bitwise operations. Yeah. Are there any special order of operations on this, or are they all equal? Hence their parens. Oh, fancy red glasses. See, I know I forgot something this morning. All right. You also need to know the rules of a negotiation. There they are. I don't see any of that here. Some on my desk. There we go. So suppose it's a given value, and top right is just use of operators. Here, and these aren't sub. Although it does look like there is some extra little wiggle in the text there, which I, apparently it's a V, right? This is disjoint, but it doesn't. I mean, the way that it's drawn just doesn't. Like this one right here, it looks like a W. It's just so confusing. And just a very weird way of V of disjoint. Yeah. So that's. I guess what does S mean in this case? Is this meant to be solved with Carnot? I don't know. BTN. Oh, here on this side, right? So how do you parse that? This is going to be. Can I zoom in? I want to zoom in. Oh, that's not helpful. There we go. So I think that's B, and then you have the not on the far right. I wish Rust didn't use the tick for lifetimes. Now the plus in this case, are they just saying this is B combined with that? Because what is the operation coming across here? Or that they just didn't circle their XOR? I mean, maybe it's the XOR not. Yeah. What is this BT? I mean, that looks like a fragment of an XOR. If the logic hits, Carnot could be used. Oh, interesting. We'll be able to use prime for no shadow variables. Is something you really enjoy? Inclusive disjunction. Oh, interesting. And what is the programming um, version of that? Inclusive disjunction. That's it's an OR. And what's the difference between a inclusive disjunction and a disjunction? Exclusive versus OR. Inclusive. Huh. And versus either. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I never studied this, but it's pretty cool. RGB 1248. It would have been interesting to listen to that class. False or false versus false X or false. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Donald Boy has a test tomorrow. We were just sharing some of pour some more water. It's the smoke here in the air is just. Ugh. We're too lazy to type the symbols in the Twitch chat. Happy morning. How you doing? Good morning. There's some neat history on single versus double operators and the development of what would become C. Oh, interesting. And why one short circuits and the other doesn't. We are looking at some photographs that Donald Boy took. Basically, there's a test tomorrow. So, so A and B versus A and B. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Every language afterwards adopted those semantics. Hmm. Well, Donny Boy, I hope that helped a little bit. I'm curious what's happening over here with RGB1248. Um, and how that interacts with these columns on the left. I don't see the relation. Yeah, the octets I guessed because RGB, right? And the bits of the octet, I mean, there aren't enough. As for the AVB, or and SVB BTN, that's what the third. Oh, that's what it's supposed to be. I was wondering about that. Okay. Yeah, what's going on there? And Museum, I'm glad you stepped in here today. This is interesting. I wonder when people end up seeing this in software engineering. I know I had an interview test on how to calculate, was it perfect primes based on with Boolean algebra, but you're 16, so you don't know. You've never seen a Carnot map outside of a classroom. Can arguably do philosophy with these symbols. Oh, interesting. Yeah, we've never had a philosophical discussion at work using these symbols. Huh. Now I gotta ask my buddy. Whitehead did a lot of fundamentals of logic and philosophy. That's cool. It's all about truth after all. I actually had a friend come out of, let's see, philosophy. He had never done programming at all, right? All through school, everything. And he got his doctorate in philosophy and ended up getting a C++ job out of college, after college, right? And he's a great C++ engineer, just picked it up very quickly, understood all the concepts, and just kind of took off with it. And I wonder if he would have been introduced to this with philosophy. He even wrote a nice book called Principia Mathematica, which he co-wrote with Russell, which gave us the foundation of mathematics. It has a neat proof about how and why 1 plus 1 equals 2. That proof, a few pages long. Really? That is cool. That's really cool. Actually, I want to. Here, I'm going to close some of these. See a left on this one. There we go. Oh, no. Today's just a chill stream. Just mostly chatting. We got that PR out of the way. Then I've got probably another 15 minutes or so. So this is. I actually like getting into this stuff. So, oh, hold on. Oh, the summary of it, which is this one here. Yeah. Yeah. You gotta go back to Stan and learn how to convert base 16 to base 10 and learn exclusive disjunction. That's cool that you're learning this stuff at 16. That's really cool. Read up on the history of Cantor sets. Huh. Cantor sets. In mathematics, the Cantor set is a set of points lying in a single line segment that has a number of unintuitive properties. It was discovered in 1874 by Henry John Stephen Smith and introduced by German mathematician George Cantor. Through consideration of this set, Cantor and others helped lay the foundation of modern point set topology. topology, although Cantor himself defined the set in a general abstract way. The most common modern construction of the Cantor ternary set, built by removing the third of a line segment and then repeating the process with the remaining short segments. Cantor himself mentioned the ternary construction only in passing as an example of a more general idea. That of a perfect set that is nowhere dense. Oh, interesting. You got to get faster at it. Oh, interesting. Built by removing the middle third of a line segment and then repeating the process. That is so neat. It's led to one of the biggest and arguably most important unsolved problems in discrete mathematics, which is the Zermelo Frankel. Is that right? Frankel? Or is that Frankel? Because that's probably a. Is that three? You sort of have a background in math. This is neat. All right. The Cantor ternary set. I don't know what this is called. It looks like a C, but it's a Greek letter. It's derived by iteratively deleting an open middle third from a set of line segments. One starts by deleting the open middle third. So here's that line there, then the open middle third from the interval 0 to 1, leaving two line segments. And 0 to a third here with a gap, and then 2/3 to 1. Okay. Next, the open middle third of each of these remaining segments is deleted, leaving four line segments. Yep. And so on and so forth. The Cantor ternary set contains all points in the interval 0 to 1 that are not deleted at any step in this finite process. Infinite process. Okay. Using the idea of self-similar transformations, these explicit closed formulas of the Cantor set are where every middle third is removed as the open interval from the closure surrounding it, or the middle third of the forego closed interval. That's interesting. So, which leads to the major you actually finished. You can think of CTS as a super optimized problem. Const folding versus program synthesis. That's neat. In arithmetical terms, the Cantor set consists of all real numbers of the unit interval 0 to 1 that do not require the digit 1 in order to be expressed as ternary base 3 fraction. Oh, interesting. Each point in the Cantor set is uniquely located by a path through an infinitely deep binary tree. That is cool. Well, that's neat. Going down the rabbit hole. All right. In set theory, Zermelo Frankel set theory, named after mathematicians Ernst and Abraham, is an axiomatic system that was proposed in the early 20th century in order to formulate a theory of sets free of paradoxes such as the Russell's paradox. I like the smirk. I mean, look at that. He's got like this. And how do you hold still long enough for that photo? Like just keeping that just like that. That's hard to do. 1901 photograph. Hmm. All right. Today, Zermelo Fraenkel set theory with a historically controversial axiom of choice included is a standard form of axiomatic set theory. Oh, look at that. And as such is the most common foundation of mathematics. For Milo Frankel, set theory, with the axiom of choice included, is abbreviated ZFC, where C stands for choice, and ZF refers to the axioms of Sir Milo Frankel. That's cool. So, so if one begot the other, and this one, I imagine that these terms here, right, are using the modern set theory notation, and not, let's say, the set theory notation that existed at the time of him writing it. Wait, what was the time on this? When did this happen? So Whitehead and Russell, 1910. He created set theory and this notation, basically. Well, that's cool. Oh, it wasn't accepted as mainstream till like the mid 40s, and this is like turn of the century, right? In 1910. So 30 years later. Wow. Wow. Contents Part 1 Mathematical Logic. Volume 1. Where does somebody get like a modern version of this book? I mean, it's probably available, right? It's out of copyright. And now it's the basis of all higher order maths. But the point you're going to get to is how are Futamura projections, how the of the future compilers of the futures will probably be written. Oh, interesting. University libraries. Hmm. Outdated but historically important. That's fun. Oh, look at that. Alphabetical list of proposed referred to by name. Oh, of propositions referred to by name. I want to see a larger version of that. Add. Really? Add some. That's neat. Like, what is tout here? TAUT. It's tautology. And the little tilde symbol here, is that really? Is that before the is that a not? A tautological equivalence. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know what that is. That's such a hard thing to say. You know, I don't know. But you gotta get good at it. It's better to say I don't know than to make stuff up. So it is not in that notation. Wow. Okay. Hmm, that's cool. Yeah, I know we've had a little bit of a different stream today. Oh, 9:38. Sorry, Zitimus, the mod auto mod got you for swearing on this here. I'm gonna pass it through. Oh, it says it's expired, but yeah, it's just you were just speaking in math terms. Not or implies, huh? Equality. That's interesting. I've equivalence. Triple equal in JavaScript. Good morning, Bear Dude. How's it going? We're just having fun with math. Looking at some of the stuff here. Oh yeah. Well, thank you for taking us through that museum. I'm glad you popped in for that. It's always enlightening. That's fun. This one I find very interesting. All right, let's kill off some of these. We're gonna go back and check on the PR, and then I probably got to bail. Unfortunately, it is a really short stream for me today, but should we up on counter the person probably. Oh, interesting. Kind of interesting. Um, what happened here with the diffs? A good question. Sure. Yeah, what's he talking about? Oh. Oh. See, I don't think I actually had a difference in there, a change in there. If we hide white space there. Yeah. So let's just revert that. I'll push that out. Let's just do it. Read me. Get status. Get stash again. It's the easiest way to do that for a single file. It's get check. You can do a checkout for the contents of one, or no, you do a show. Get show head caret readme. Oh, I have to escape that in Zesh. Dash dash. That's it. I missed the dash. Oh, checkout. Really? Oh, okay. Here. Yep. So where does one read up on Cantor? Could you just get restore? It's the newest you get. Great. George Cantor. I'm a mathematician. He's created set theory. And proved that the real numbers are more numerous than the natural numbers. In fact, Cantor's method of proof of his theorem implies the existence of an infinity of infinities. He defined the cardinal and ordinal numbers and their arithmetic. Wow. Just inform. Yeah. Let's see down here. Where? Let's see where. Just looking for actual books on it. Oh, thank you for the follow. Let's see, I missed someone. Trevelkov, good morning. Thank you. And then Heisenberg Nawen. Good morning. So tomorrow we're going to get back to doing. Oh, goodness. Oh, it's no longer available. Violations of our terms. Internet Archive. Mathematics. Publication date 1999. Huh. Ah, limited preview. Login and borrow. Internet Archive. I didn't realize that they had become like an actual library. Huh. Fascinating. All right. Oh, goodness. Is it a slow day out there today? See what we have. All right. Well, I don't see much out there. You guys have any suggestions for a raid? Or all y'all? Oh, I was playing around with the cameras. Here, let me see if I can show you what I was playing with. Camera. Here. Do a little bit of this here. There we go. We can whoosh. Clearly, I should spend all day streaming. I would like that, actually. Just work on my own projects, stream it. That'd be fun. But I gotta work. So, I'm moving so fast. That's right. It's been a blur. It's funny. I don't know. It's just was some. I was going through the plugins in OBS. This is all CM Griffing's fault because he had that like crazy like psychedelic one where he's like wearing this beanie that ended up getting set up with the green screen and all that. Now I'm just extra motion. Blurry for you. Stupid migraine. Oh man. Oh, that's rough. But I wasn't able to come up with like a combination that I liked. So all right. Well, let's see. Pixel art, deck design. We'll find someone. I need a green beanie. That's right. That's right. Doing a quick search. See what else we got out there. Feels like a fairly slow day in Twitch. What's a rainbow 100? All right, here we go. Found one. Game development on a Rainbow 100. This is an old school one. So, and thank you, Museum, for taking us through that stuff today. Oh man, I could get warmed up for doing the. I'm gonna be hacking and slashing Redux code, not Redux. Actually, some Redux, some Redux UI, some React code. Just untangling all sorts of stuff today. So, wish me luck. You'd rather computers do the math than you. That's why they're good at it. Yes, absolutely. All right, y'all. Till next time. Bye bye.